Hi everybody, thank you for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. Today we are making this really beautiful little gift box. How cute is this? I think it is just so pretty. It is all about showing you some beautiful new designer series paper. There is actually no stamping in this project. It is tied with this gorgeous ribbon, which is also beautiful. And if we just pull this open, I don't want to do it, that was quite a nice bow. It just opens like this, and you can see it's also lined in that same beautiful matching paper. It's a good size, 3 inches, 3¼ inches by 1 inch deep, and yeah, would look great with some jewellery, chocolate, so many things would fit lovely in here. And a friend of mine actually saw the prototype when she was round recently, and she suggested it would look great on your office desk, even with some post-it notes in it, and that's a good idea, isn't it? You know, you see these post-it note blocks, and that's a good idea as well. So thank you for that, Louise. So that is the box we are going to make today. So it is very, very simple, and I will show you how we do it. So we need to start with scoreboard. Here it is. And some cardstock. This is Old Olive, a colour I have not used for quite a while. This piece measures 3½ inches by 8 inches. All of the dimensions, remember, will be on craftycarolinecreates.com. And we need to score this at 3½ inches, then flip it 180 degrees and score it again at 3½ inches. Okay, 2 little score lines there. Then we need our beautiful designer series paper. So this is from the, let me see what it's called. It is called Petal Garden Designer Series Paper Stacks, and these are absolutely beautiful. There's some huge big florals, there are some little more subtle patterns, there's stripes, look at that, that is so pretty, isn't it? There is sort of a, look at that. Gorgeous. This is sort of the reverse of this with sweet sugar plum flowers. Really, really pretty. 9 by 9, 6 by 6 stack. These don't come glued anymore. They used to have a bit of glue and came in sort of a book. Some people like it because they were tearing the paper sometime, pulling it out. Other people prefer it being together. I'm not sure which side I sit on at the moment. So this is a piece of cardstock. It measures 5 1/8 of an inch square, just a little bit more than 5 1/8 of an inch square. And we're going to score this with the pattern we want to see up at 1 inch on all 4 sides. Okay, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and 1 inch. And there we go. Okay. Then I also have a piece of what colour did I say it was? Old Olive cardstock. This measures 5 1/4 square, and we're going to score this on 1 inch at all 4 sides as well. There we go. Alright. Bone folder to the ready, and we're going to fold and burnish those beautiful score lines that we have just made on our cardstock. Oh, don't knock the camera. And then we're going to fold this way. So we're folding into the score lines we've just made, so that our pattern that we want to see is looking up. I just love this pattern. I love the greens and this is Calypso Coral. Just think it looks really pretty, doesn't it? Right, let's make this box to begin with. So we're just going to cut up on each corner the score line in one direction, just like that. So we're making 4 little flaps. The battery light is blinking at me. Hopefully we'll have enough battery to finish this. But if I cut out, I'll slice it together. And of course you'll know, but we'll pretend you didn't notice. Okay. That one. We're going to do exactly the same with our cardstock. Cut up in each corner. Flip that round. Next one there. and just notch those out as well. We go. Okay, and we're just going to build this up as a normal box. So we're going to bend these flaps. Oh, I didn't notch this one. I missed one with my notching. It's because that battery likes putting me under pressure. You know that saying, less haste, more speed? That's what I need to focus on. So I'm putting fuse on the underside of each of these flaps. I actually made these boxes to send out as little congratulation gifts to some of my team members that I had promoted recently. So they do fit a reel of Stampin' Up ribbon. The new little mini sequin ribbon fits perfectly in these. So that's our box made up. This piece is going to be our liner. So what we want to do though is we don't want to see, you've seen me do this before, we don't want to see this flap looking like that inside. Because we're going to stick the flap on the outside like that. So on the base we folded the flap over and put the fuse on this side. On the lid we want to put the fuse on this side. So just do that really quickly. Okay, and then just fold this up so that those flaps go on the outside. And one more. Oh, there we go. And then this should, if you get your measurements right, should fit very nice and flushly inside your box. You can put a little bit of Tombow down these cracks just to keep it nicely together. Then this is going to be our lid, and what we're going to do is decorate it with a piece of cards, DSP. This measures 3 inches square. So this is going to be our lid. At this point we are completely symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which side is your lid. A bit more in the corners, doesn't flap around. Tombow just gives you that little bit of wiggle room to get this in the right place. There we go. Oh, too much wiggle room. There we go. And then I've also got some little strips of DSP. These measure 3 inches by 7/8 of an inch. I'm just going to stick these onto 3 of the sides of my box. If you have a favourite side, make that the front, make sure you stick it on, and then stick this on the 2 adjacent sides. So we don't need to put one on the back because we won't see that. Okay. Still going, battery hasn't beaten me yet. I think it might beat me though. Okay, now this is going to stick on the back like this. Before we do that, we need to put our ribbon around. So it's going to go like that, so you can see the pattern. Ribbon, which I forgot to get out, here it is. I love this ribbon. This Calypso Coral, and it is the sheer ribbon. It's really lovely. It's very thin but very beautiful. And this is basically going to come out of the front of our box, go all the way under the base and then into the top to tie it. Now what I wanted to do was use my handheld punch to punch a hole here and here, but this doesn't go in far enough. So what we need to do is put this down 3.5. So at 1 3/4 of an inch, I'm just going to use my paper piercer to push a hole through the front like this. There we go. Just make that like that, and then I'm going to use something with a straight line. An old knackered nail file will work. And just about the same distance from the back, going to make another hole with up here the paper piercer. If you have a crocodile or something that has a bit more of a reach than the punch, you can just use that. Okay, and then what we are going to do is feed this ribbon through this hole. Now it does fit through. It fitted through on the box that I made, but of course probably isn't going to play ball on camera, especially when I'm under pressure from a battery. Oh wow, look at that. That worked so perfectly. I'm going to pull some of the ribbon through, cut it off, and then the other end is going to go, the other end of the ribbon here is going to come through the hole from the other side. Now this is always the harder way, isn't it? Because the hole is a little bit smaller. see if we can get it through. I got a bit cocky on the first one, didn't I? Just make that hole from the other side. That was quite much easier than I thought. I was having worries about doing that, but obviously didn't need to. Then we are going to put some Tombow along this strip here and on the base. There we go. I'm just going to lie my ribbon down as flat as I can across the centre, and then I'm going to bring in my tray, and that's just going to stick down on top there. Push it right to the back of your box so it's flush against the back there, and we'll just give that a second to stick. Just hold that still, and that will just stick, and you can see when you open it, you can see that beautiful lined box inside. There we go. Then all that's left for us to do is pull this ribbon through, straighten it up a little bit, and we can finish off with a lovely bow on the top. Okay, wow, I think I beat the battery, didn't I? I'm gonna do a little bow, do a lovely bow, not like, that's not too bad actually, isn't it? And then just trim off those tails. And there we go, a really, really pretty and very simple little gift box. Hope you enjoyed that. I will be back very soon with another video. If you're enjoying them, please make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss any more. And if you want to shop Stampin' Up, you can do that 24/7 at craftycarolinecreates.com. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.